Hey everybody, it's Thursday. That's a little different. It's weird to say that. Like, I'm used to saying, hey everyone, it's Tuesday, or hey everyone, it's Saturday, but it's Thursday. I'm gonna take off my pants, because I get very warm when I stream, and I just unplugged the 2mm jack from my headphones like a dingus. There we go. Put it back in. So we're good now. And we're kicking off with 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors tonight. I'm super excited. I don't know about you. I'm really excited. For what it's worth, Emperor for Life just replied to the Sword and Shield post-CT cap bazaar, so I don't know what that is there, but I'm excited to find out what that is. You have an 11 a.m. counseling session. Damn it. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Captain Rex. This game is a visual novel, and I'm of the opinion that it may be one of the best visual novels to ever exist. After, oh, what's the name of it? I had it, it was like the initial one with Konami. Hello, Rule, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Oh, and thank you for the follow, too. Thank you so much. There's like, it's the Pococopia or something like that. Pococopia murder thing. It's by Konami. Canonical visual novel. Well, okay, there's a PlayStation 1 visual novel that I can't remember what it is. I don't remember the name of it, but it is like the original visual novel. And I will say that that game is probably the best visual novel. This may be like in the top 10, if not top 5 of visual novels, for reasons that you'll see over the course of this series. I am a huge fan of this entire franchise, and it was great. So I'm really excited to share this with you all, and I'm really excited to share this with the rest of the cast, because the rest of the cast, Chris is in the call so he can hear, but none of them have played this game, or if they have, it has been a long time. I know, like, Seth, for example, he'll be joining us later. He's beaten this, but everyone else has not. So it's going to be really exciting to see what's going to happen. And you're going to miss the beginning of this because I need the loot. That's okay. We'll find ways to stall and banter, and it'll be good. But yeah, so we've got a couple people here tonight. Haters, good to see you again. Rule, again, glad to have you here. Thank you again for the follow. Rex is going to use the bathroom. One of the things that is new, before we get started as well, is that I now have a Discord server. So if you go to the About tab on my channel, and you scroll down, you will now see, in addition to the Twitter links to all my castmates, the banner of games of which we played, and the rules, there is now a Join This Discord, which is sort of the hub for a lot of things going on in my streams. So, if you are interested and want to get tagged on Discord as well when we go live, you can go there and get the viewer role, and you can interact with me, you can interact with some of the other people in the calls, you can have a good time there. You're at your server limit? Oh, I know that feeling. I actually had to leave a few. I had to leave like a bunch of old Team Tour servers just because I was never in them and I used too many of them. So, totally understandable. But if you happen to free up server space down the line, by all means, you're more than welcome to swing by. We enjoy having people here. You think you made one of the first cap discords? Oh, that's so cool. I respect it. That's fucking dope. So, let's see. I'm trying to buy a little more time for people, just in case. Let's see. Also, this is going to be very similar to the Ace Attorney Investigations playthrough in a way, just because, basically what we're doing is we are going to be live dubbing this. Each character, will be played by one of us in the call, sometimes two. Just because of the fact that sometimes we won't have all the time. Yes, we are drinking water. I have 2 different kinds of water next to me, and I'm going to be the only one to drink water here, Snake. You gotta save this. I'm not gonna tell everyone to drink water until they're all in there. So, yes, go get some water. If someone redeems a drink water, you should also drink water. Stay hydrated. It's good for you. So, everyone is going to be voicing a character, and given that there's only about 8 major characters to work with, 9 major characters, excuse me, It'll be very easy for everyone to just have one roll, maybe two, and we'll go from there. Is this water or water? Well, I guess we'll find out. There are 117 drink waters to go. Pace yourself, Snake. So. Anyway, with that, that's kind of everything I have. We're 10 minutes in. I can start undeafening soon. Undeafening shortly. I have to still set up the exclamation mark Discord bot for my chat, so you won't get that, I don't think. That's something that I'm working on and will get over the next 2 weeks or so. Few weeks, excuse me. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are live.
Fuck!
So, yeah. So I'll be honest.
Great.
The first thing people heard was Mina's cackle.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's the first thing.
I'm not telling that story again.
Good.
That is okay.
Good.
That is okay. So,
I'll tell you later, Voltage.
fine by me. All right, so I'm going to close down this background music, and we have. Can everyone in the call see this?
Yes.
All right, cool.
I can.
It'll be pretty straightforward. I don't imagine a lot of the ensemble won't show up for a little bit, so long as there's that. And Rule just left the Wow Wow Wubsy Discord server. I better be thankful. God bless. God bless.
Wow, Wubsy.
I am so proud of you. 9 voice actors, 9 cool people, 9 dorks. I might make that the title of this when it goes on YouTube. That's a good one.
Aww.
Yeah. So tonight, so far we've got the following people that can go down the line, and then we will have more people showing up as well. So if you want to introduce yourself, by all means.
Are we going in alphabetical order?
Yeah, we can.
You know what, that works. Hi, I'm Alex Zaho. Yep.
Nice to meet you, Alex Zaho.
Oh, thank you, Cry.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hello, I'm Chris Sholvo. I'm a human.
Hi, I'm Elena. I am also a human.
I'm Mina. And I'll just leave what I am to your imagination.
And I'm Voltage, and one time my parents found me under a rock.
Nice.
And with that, let's start this. We'll have more
Are
people
you
showing up.
Patrick?
Huh?
Are you Patrick Star?
I don't know. All right. Anyway, so when we're ready, I'll start the opening cinematic, and Nintendo can stop congratulating itself for such an amazing game. Here we go. By Axis Games and Chunsoft.
Oh God, I had a plate that was up near my monitor, and it blocked out the P. So the only thing it saw was skin. I was so confused.
Have you heard about the crystalline structure of glycerin?
1,500 victims. Why is Titanic involved in this?
Oh.
Well,
Or maybe
What,
it's
was that a spoiler? Oh, great.
notary game. Or
Edgy.
oh, such a fun game. And we have 9 viewers to start the stream off. What a great way. It's a sign, everyone.
9 viewers.
Now it is time. Let our game begin. A Nintendo game with blood. Oh, you better believe it. This game's rated M. So if your parents are like, hey, don't be playing those games, well, maybe take a second glance before you come into this. Anyway, so we have 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I'm going to start new data. because
Come on,
I
viewers.
yeah 9 viewers, 9 viewers, 9 voice actors, 9 dorks.
18 dorks.
Oh yes,
That's math for you.
yes 8 now. That's okay. View count doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yikes.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. All right, we're gonna start over because I just played like the first 10 minutes to make sure I knew how it started again. And yeah. All right,
Seth is here.
Sethy boy.
The new people.
All right.
Wait, Seth hasn't done his introduction.
Oh yeah, who are you, Seth?
My name is Seth.
Hi, Seth.
Is
That
that
was
all?
mine,
Is that
too.
all I'm supposed to say? Is there? Do I need to say where I'm from and what's my favorite type of food and color? Like, are we doing
No,
those crappy
you just-
icebreakers?
You need to specify if you're human or not, or whatever.
I am
Seth was made in
You
a
know.
lab.
a person
Why'd you hesitate?
because you don't need to know.
He's Seth. That's all it is. All right. All right. Here we go. This game is fiction. All names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious.
That's subjective.
It's my opinion,
reason.
man.
Isn't disclaimer is because of the frickin' Houdini movie or something?
I think so.
God.
And like that movie, this is a story about big old timey ship.
Also, Snake, just to answer your question, no, I don't like feet as much as Voltage does, but I love his legs.
To be fair, that's pretty normal.
Hey, I'll dox him on stream. I don't care. I love his legs.
I love exploding boats.
See you dodging the question.
What question? A loud
Can we
noise
get
startled
feet
Junpei awake,
emotes?
and his eyes snapped open. As they adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings.
Ow.
With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air. His balance lost and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold, gray floor.
Oh, God damn it! Ugh, what the hell?
Junpei glared around the room, still trying to determine where he'd woken up. The fall had shaken the last cobwebs of sleep from his mind, and he finally understood where he'd fallen from. It was a bed. A 3-level bunk bed, in fact. Junpei had fallen, apparently, from the topmost bunk. His shoulder hurt, his knee hurt, his hip hurt, his entire body hurt. He could feel a bump forming on his forehead where he'd slammed it against the low ceiling. He wondered if that bump was the reason he felt his vision wavering a bit, but that seemed unlikely. At first, he thought the tremor that ran through his legs was just another effect of his rude awakening, but as he looked around, he realized it was real. The whole room was shaking. Was it an earthquake, he wondered? It didn't seem likely. The shaking was far too quickly for an earthquake. Then again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake. He tried to tell himself it was important. Junpei rubbed the growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. His balance regained, he finally took his first good look around the room. And muttered to himself.
Where am I?
His pain momentarily forgotten in the face of the confusion of his circumstances, Junpei looked around the room once again. Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings. Then, as suddenly as they had begun, the tremors ceased. A cold silence fell over the room. From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking. He felt his stomach tighten. There were 1,000 things that sound could have been, but none of the things he could think of were good. In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. The 3-level bunk bed mattress that were so thin they were little more than blankets. On the other side of the room, there was an identical bed, and set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door. The first thing Junpei noticed about the door was the number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door, in red paint, someone had written 5.
5? What's this 5 mean?
Suspicious, and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door, slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed a hold of the L-shaped handle. A push yield no movement, and a pull the same result. A few more tries cemented the truth in Junpei's mind. It wouldn't open. It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, the handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader. It didn't take a genius to figure out that the odd-looking device was keeping the door shut. Junpei knocked, hard, on the door.
Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door!
There was no response. Junpei threw his left fist into the door and stopped.
What the hell is this?
He wasn't really sure what else to say. On his left wrist was a bracelet of a sort he had never seen before. In the center was a large LCD display. It looked like nothing else so much as a watch, but it clearly wasn't that. After all, it only showed a single number.
5. That's the same as the door.
True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what they might mean. All he knew was that it was strange, and new, and he wanted it off. Junpei flipped his hand over as if to remove a watch, but the other side of the bracelet was solid. No buckle, no clasp, nothing. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face. Perhaps he pushed them, but nothing happened. On a watch, they might be dials for adjusting date or time, but on this bracelet, they did nothing. Junpei was at a loss. What was he going to do? Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However,
Damn! It's no good. Damn thing won't come off.
a steel ring ran from the face around Junpei's wrist and back into the face. He wouldn't be pulling a bracelet off anytime in the near future.
What the hell is the deal with this thing?
Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. So much was happening, and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as if he were about to explode.
Where am I? And why the hell am I here? Why? Why? What the hell happened to me?
It was at that moment he noticed the window. The window was round, rimmed in riveted brass, like a window from an early 20th century ship.
What? Wait, am I in a ship?
Junpei walked slowly towards the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness. Junpei squinted, trying to see something. Anything. It was at that moment.
What the? You gotta be kidding me! What the hell is going on here?
A crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst, and water began to pour into the room.
What the hell? God damn it!
Junpei yelled and spun around. His feet slipping on the water already coming through the window, he ran for the door.
Hey! Anyone? Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something!
Drink water, everyone, by the way. There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. Also drink more water again. It was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly towards his knees. Things were not looking good for Junpei. Not good at all. He needed to find a way out, and quickly. Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked around the room. Seek a way out. And now we get into the gameplay of this game. Basically, it's an escape room game, so a lot of it's going to be taking place on the bottom floor and the top floor. So operations during an escape, I'll just briefly read these, but it won't be too big of a deal. Basically, during an escape, you can move to different parts of the room by touching the bottom screen. That's why the bottom screen is now on the top. Since many of the areas require exact selection, we recommend you use the stylus. Searching during an escape, you can touch the background to see anywhere in the room. Search anywhere in the room. Areas you can investigate will be highlighted in yellow the moment you touch them. Depending on the nature of the location you touch, you might find an item or hint. Begin searching by touching places on the bottom screen. How to move. Touch the triangle button on the bottom of the screen. Doing so will change the viewing angle of this room and move you to different locations. You can do the same thing by pressing the left and right down and down on the control pad. Bird's eye view. If you want to know where you are, just touch the X in the camera icon on the bottom screen. This will show you where you are and which direction you are facing. I just realized that the top screen has probably the important information. Oops. Saving during an escape. Pressing start will allow you to save. If you want to quit, we recommend pressing start. Purpose of the escape. The purpose of each escape is to get out of the room. Duh! How you do that depends on the room. You'll need to search all throughout the room to discover what you'll need to do to get out. Search for hints and items that may help you find a way out. Alright, so this is the gameplay. Everyone ready? There's no time limit, so we can now just, screw around and do everything.
There isn't? Boo.
I know, right? As crazy as it might be.
I like how serious the fucking water's gotta be. And then Snake's over here in chat just like, Mario swimming music. Like, yeah.
A bulletin
Well
board.
played, Snake. Well played.
Looks like someone put a note on it. Actually, I think that's technically Chris Lines, but I don't know.
You can do them.
All right, I'll do them.
You can do the
About
thoughts and
items.
stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna choose between jumping around. I think I'm gonna have the bottom screen primarily featured, just because that's where the main area of gameplay is. Will allow you to items. Once you obtain an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Yes, Captain Rex, you may. Though I'll be honest, with escapes, I have done them, but it has been a while since I've done them. Use your head as a battering ram. I like that idea. So it's been a while since I've done a majority of these escapes, but I have done them before. But I know what happens. The rest of the gang, for the most part, does not. So this will be fun. Touching L or item on the top left. That.
That's a good tip for escape.
Yeah.
I like that tip.
Either you break the door and escape, or you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Hold and combine it. Okay, I'm not gonna read aloud the tutorial, but you get the gist of it.
Combine items.
You sound like you're doing your teaching tutorial, your freaking class.
Hello everyone,
Whatever.
Today we're going to learn about how to do an escape. We get this cool note from the bulletin board. It's got a red triangle, an empty one, and it reads left to right. Alright, cool. Investigate with an item. Touching an item will... yeah. It's a bit tutorial heavy to start off, but I really do think it's good. Thank you for the follow, Valencia. I presume that's how you pronounce it, but thank you so much for the follow. Yes, this is a visual novel, and it's really, really fun. What was I saying? I was saying just like tutorials up the ass. Up the wazoo. This shows that you're holding an item. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you may trigger a reaction. In this areas with anything that happens, pressing up on the control pad will select another item for you to hold, so you can shuffle through. So, unfortunately, we don't have that, but we have a picture frame. An old picture frame. There's a picture of a ship on it. Screws keeping the back on. Yeah. So basically, looking for ways to seek a way out. Doesn't seem like there's anything hidden there. So yeah, what did you all think of that intro? Because I know only Seth has played this game.
Pretty anime. Man.
It's like a water.
I see waifus. They did something right.
I don't think shoving anything in the window is going to stop the water. In other words, if I don't want to die, I need to find a way out of this room. Figure this out. I think these are Junpei lines. Again, I know Chris, you said I would be okay to take them, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, if it's up to you. I don't mind. I can do them. I can let you do them. We can swap. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, why don't you do them? And if
Okay,
there's
sure.
tutorial, then we go from there. All right.
Sure. Well, let's see if there's any. Huh. Looks like there is. Key? Yeah, there's a little key in the bottom of this pot. Odd.
All right, we got a small blue key. That is this key. Yeah.
This key's pretty small. Definitely not for a door. What's it for then? This key's blue. Is it supposed to open something else blue?
Yeah, so the game gives you hints when you do the search option as well.
This is the door to the stove. Well, it opens easily enough. Sure wish the door to get out of here was that easy to open. Well, that solves the mystery of whether or not this stove has been used before. What's this? It looks red.
Ah, we got a screwdriver. Yeah. Combining items.
Boo!
Yeah, someone said, thought that Chris had a Junpei avatar at first. My friend Haters. Turn into something else. To do this, select an item on the screen and touch X to combine the part of the top and bottom. Then select the second item and collect combining. If the two items can combine, you will receive a new item. If they cannot be combined, nothing will happen. You'll lose points and die. So
Oh, nice.
so we're gonna combine the this with the that.
Well, the screwdriver got those screws off easily enough, and here's the picture.
A picture of an old cruise liner. Cool. Oh, time to get your notes out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
One,
God.
bottom left triangle, 2, top left triangle, 3, top right triangle, 4, bottom right triangle, 5, square.
Let me draw it again, because I forgot. I had to take really good notes for this, but I'm a dumb boy. I'll post my notes on Twitter after the stream. It'll be fine. I don't
Oh,
like...
you have to like take notes and stuff to figure stuff out.
Yeah. It's
It
fun.
helps. You
Dang.
don't have to.
This game's
It helps.
legit.
You don't have to, but it helps, yeah.
Yeah, it
and
helps.
then-
But, unless you're, like me, who just doesn't need to remember anything, you're good.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8,
I just
9.
run in and go.
You're lame.
I know.
I'm writing. It's because, like, I just remember later puzzles, you absolutely need to write stuff down. And it's super fun. Voltage furiously looking up a walkthrough. I am not looking up a walkthrough for this. I have integrity because I have played this game before. That was when I looked up a walkthrough.
You just hear the clicking and clacking in the background.
No, I'm
Walkthrough of
actually taking
999.
notes. I will post a picture of my notes on Twitter when I'm done.
So someone wrote a bunch of numbers and symbols on the back of the picture. Huh.
All right, cool. So now we know what this means, right? Because now we have the thing which is 7, and then 4, and then 6, and then 3. If I'm remembering this right. I know there's oh wait, that and that. Yep, cool. Yeah. So I don't need to look up a walkthrough because I've already done that before.
I could keep looking till the cows come home. All I'm gonna find up here is that pillow. Damn it! Isn't there anything else I can use?
Yeah, there's this thing. I want to open up the chest, please.
No dice. It's locked tight. Let's see if there's anything in the keyhole.
Alright, so we need the blue key.
Alright, let's see what happens if I put this blue key in the keyhole.
I forgot how descriptive it is.
And nothing.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna need some sort of code for the dial.
Minigames. During an escape, your investigation may trigger one of several minigames. All operations of the minigames are done by touching the bottom screen. The minigames will require you to manipulate something, while others will only require you to apply the right object to the right thing. Operation instructions. Touching the dial will cause it to move to the next number. Enter 4 numbers this way, and then touch the key. If the numbers are correct, it will unlock. So, gang, what do you think? Do we have the numbers for this yet?
1000.
Alright. I'll give it a whirl just for you.
Okay.
Just
Wait,
kidding, I
why?
can't.
What? 6969.
6969. Yeah.
There's no
Once
nine.
again, it goes-
for the
yeah, there's
second
no
one.
It only
There's
goes up
no
to
9?
It only goes up to here.
420?
Ah.
Wait, what about
Can I get a
5555?
420?
Five,
A
five.
0420? Can I get one of those?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright,
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
try 0420 just
The
because.
closest we can get.
No, wait, okay, we can't do that. I could do 42041 probably.
Cruel.
Damn it, game. Let me fucking meme.
That's weird. Why is
It's just
what is it?
not.
Why is it the 2nd and 4 can only go up to 5, but the 1 and 3 can go up to 9?
It's like
Damn
part
it!
of the puzzle.
Open, you stupid thing! I don't think it's gonna open if I whack it on the wall a couple of times.
That's
You
how I
never
would.
know.
Might make me
No.
I mean, if you
Feel
whacked it
better.
against the wall enough,
not gonna help though.
Maybe if you
would
whack
break.
it 5 times.
Alright, Junpei. Don't freak out. Keep it cool and look around for some more clues.
I love the writing in this game so much. It's so good. Alright. Let's look in the mirror. I got a red key. So there's
Oh, hello.
sorry.
A small red key.
Alright. Great. Junpei
Wait,
grabbed
isn't
the
it-
key and shoved it into his pocket. He intended to leave immediately, but something stopped him. His reflection stared back at him from the mirror, but he scarcely recognized himself.
What's up with my face?
His confusion was well justified. His face was drawn and pale, and the dark circles under his eyes made him look as though he were nearly dead.
Oh.
Man, what the hell happened to me? How did I end up here?
Even as he said it, something in his mind opened, and a memory bobbed to the surface. It was the last thing Junpei remembered before waking up in the strange room. It was past midnight when he came home. Junpei shuffled up the stairs and opened the door to apartment 201. Inside it was his apartment. A small, one-bedroom affair that ran him about $630 a month. He moved into it when he entered college, and so far he'd been there for 3 years and 7 months.
Quick chat, how much money is that?
A lot.
$630. It's
For
21 months.
for 3 years, though.
Or for 36
36
and
months.
36, 43 months. What's 630 times 47? It's gonna be like 25, 27 something? No, that's way more. Yeah.
First chat member to say the right number gets a.
Is
never
it-
mind.
Is
Snake's
it in
already got
its? It's oh, Snake's got it. It's got 15,480.
Nice.
Nice. He stepped inside and turned on the lights. The fluorescent lights on the ceiling blinked and flickered slowly to life, as if waking from a deep slumber. Their cold light illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before. Everything was as he'd left it. The magazines piled up in the corner, the textbooks collecting dust, the CD cases covering the floor, the jeans and t-shirt he'd worn the day before, then tossed onto the floor, which is definitely a real thing. There was one thing that didn't belong, however. There was a breeze. Breaths of cold night air wafted into his apartment, carrying the smells of autumn with them. The white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the wind. Huh, that's weird. Did I leave that open? Junpei walked towards the window, trying to remember if he'd closed it or not before he left. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Junpei shrugged. He must have just left it open earlier. He closed the window. Then it happened.
Oof.
Junpei turned and found himself face to face with a man dressed in all black. The man wore a deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden. Junpei tried to scream, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. He tried to step towards the man, but his legs could no longer support his weight. Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs, like a discarded puppet. Too late. He noticed the white smoke that was quickly filling his apartment. A small object, shaped distressingly like a grenade, sat on the floor in front of his bed. His face, how did I get bed? Hissing. The white smoke poured out of it at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into a white haze. He could feel his mind begin to fade as well. A white haze that was not the smoke creeping into the edges of his vision. Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen. A rasping voice wormed its way from the gas mask. It was cold and harsh, and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on. You are going to participate in a game. The nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line. That was the last thing Junpei remembered. The white smoke overpowered him. The masked man faded from his vision, and he felt his consciousness fall away into the white mist.
That's right! That guy with the gas mask! That son of a bitch must have taken me here!
As to who the man was, or what might have been, Junpei had no idea. Indeed, he wasn't even sure that his assailant had been a man. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and not just the voice actor holding his hand over his mouth. And the body had been covered in a thick cloak. Who was the man in the mask? See, Junpei remembered that much, but what might it mean? What it might mean? That was beyond him. Junpei had no idea where he was or why he was there. There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important. You are going... Wait, hang on. Actually, you are going to participate in a game.
No!
No. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
Man.
Alright, that's the Zero voice
Should've
now.
done a Bane voice.
Nah, that's too easy.
The nonary game, huh? What the hell is a nonary game? God damn it.
With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror.
Ooh, ouch.
Like a fucking idiot.
Why would you injure yourself before, you've been kidnapped and you're injuring yourself? That's silly.
Yeah. Junpei
That's so
is
silly.
a bit aggressive sometimes.
Oh.
I
Drink
can't
water.
bring myself to call this
Drink
a bed.
water.
It feels like a board with a sheet on it.
Probably is.
It's pretty flat.
All right.
It's because it's a board with the sheet on.
Some people like flat beds. Jeez.
That's
That doesn't look very comfortable.
All right, game. I get it. You don't want me to look there. How about on this one?
Well, I can reach this bunk. Might as well look through it. Huh. Damn. Nothing here.
All right. There is one.
There's a pair of simple chairs next to the table.
Ah, drink more water, everyone.
The water is already up to the chair.
Yeah, that's why you should drink it.
Jeez, don't drink that much water. Gosh. They're just trying to make us.
I need a lot of water, okay?
Most totally you do. What am I thinking? I don't have time to sit down and relax.
Junpei, don't
I'm
drink
trying
the
to
water.
drink
Don't drink the water.
There's a pipe at the other end of the bed. There's nothing up top.
All right. I remember there's like one bit where it's like, oh yeah, that's it. We open this, and there's the red chest.
No, the combination.
This is just like the blue briefcase. Yep, there's a lock on this one too. And it's not opening.
All right, so here's the thing, right? We got the old picture.
There are a bunch of numbers and symbols written on the back of this photo.
Yeah, you don't have to.
We
read
know
this.
those.
Yeah.
1 through 5 are empty, and 6 through 9 as well as 0 are colored in. Maybe this has something to do with the relationship between the symbols and the numbers.
I'm 90% certain, if I'm remembering this right, there is one other thing, because we have the red and we have the blue, and there's one other boy. So we know this is here. That's a closet.
It's a closet.
Yeah. All right. No. There's one other bit that, if I'm remembering it right, just trying to remember where the other bit is.
That's a table. Water is pouring onto it like a little waterfall. I don't see anything useful there.
All right. If I'm remembering it right, it's like
It's got light blue and white stripes. Kind of reminds me of the Argentinian.
it's a soccer team. Anyway, let's look at this guy. Hello.
I guess that's a lever, huh? Maybe if I pull it? Well, it looks like pulling on the lever just makes a weird noise. Great. The light's still red, and the display hasn't changed. Damn it. Why the hell isn't this thing opening?
Why isn't it opening? I don't know. Let's look at the door.
5. 5, huh? What does that mean?
Yeah, I just remembered what the issue is. It's this stupid ladder.
There's a ladder that goes from the floor to the ceiling so that you can get into all 3 bunks. Well, worst case scenario, I can just climb up there. Yeah, right. Like, that's gonna work.
Yes, it will.
This ladder goes up to the top bunk.
Hang on, there's this ladder.
I can't see the bottom of the ladder. Oh man, the water's already up to the bottom of the bed. I've got to hurry this up.
Let me climb you.
Hey,
This is the
Adam.
ladder that goes to the top of the bunk.
Adam, you gotta introduce yourself.
Hi. It's me.
The ladder.
You're really quiet.
Hi.
No, you're good. You're good on mine
ladder.
too.
We meet again. Oh, do I just have you down then?
Yeah, I'm down too.
Okay, I'll move you up. Once again, I gaze upon this stately ladder. Ladder? I don't even know her.
Boo!
Most original joke ever.
I love this game.
As I gaze into the ladder gazes into me.
I wanna fuck this ladder.
Hey, so did you hear what that shopkeeper said after his ladder got stolen?
Ladder go.
No, what'd he say? further steps will be taken.
Oh, I thought it was gonna say, "Hey, ladder, go!"
And I have no friends.
Ah, the ladder jokes.
Well,
The ladder
can't get
watches
any-
me.
they can't get any higher if the ladder's fallen over.
I sense that it finds me wanting.
I feel these jokes have been wrung dry.
Just imagine some guy just basically about to drown and he's just making jokes with this ladder.
That's what I
So this friend of mine fell all the way down a 15-foot ladder.
Man, he chose to live, and I chose the ladder.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
Wow.
How's he doing? Oh, he's all right, but he's feeling pretty wrung out by the whole experience.
Hey, that was a joke I just made.
I should be writing these down. They're comedy gold.
You certainly should, Junpei.
I hated that so much.
I think the ladder is following me. Trying to keep up with all the latest styles has me all wrung out. Well, if it's a choice between being a step for someone else and being a real social
Siren.
climber, I'll take the ladder.
Oh my god. Why is this a thing?
How many?
What do you call a secondary ladder covered in people?
What?
A full B ladder.
Hey, chat, let's play a game and see how much the writers got paid to make these jokes.
Okay, I need to stop doing this. Besides, this is no time to be making jokes. I need to get out of here now.
All right.
You know
Have
what that
we
was?
had enough ladder puns?
Yes.
That was peak comedy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, Mina,
A ladder.
so cute.
It appears to have something to do with the bed.
Picture you posted on Twitter.
Well, good, because it's over. It's over with the ladder jokes. All right. All right. Let me just
Yeah.
make sure I'm remembering.
That one writer was paid $15,480.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Like almost 3 years worth of rent.
That's like, yeah, 3 and 7 months. Yeah. Just
All
about.
right. So let me make sure I remember how to do this because. Oh God, I think. Let me make sure because you can rotate these guys. So. Oh fuck! How do I do this one again? I think there's a second one, but I'm not entirely certain. But I do remember this password. So we're gonna go into this key. This box.
Cheating.
It's not cheating. It's called playing the game before.
All right, let's stick that red key in there. It's not opening. In fact, it's not doing anything at all. Well, all right, I take that back. I guess I can move the dial now. So, it looks like I'm gonna have to put in the right numbers and then turn the key. I do that, this thing should pop right open. Let's give it a shot.
All right. What numbers are we thinking now?
6969 again.
Okay. Opening instructions. Touching the dial will do this thing and the other thing. Enter 4 numbers and say that's good.
I mean, what is it? Because we have the back of that ticket, which basically gives us some clue, but there's only two shapes that it gives us.
That is true. Let's see if we can do 6969. We
At
cannot.
least 2 shapes for each
Damn it.
one.
Damn it!
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I said.
It's not opening. I wonder if anything I've got might have a hint.
All right.
I think it should open if I put the right numbers and turn the key.
Oh shit, dipshit.
Oh,
Damn,
really?
all right, calm down.
All right.
Sorry,
So we
just-
have this boy here.
Junpei's going through a life-threatening experience right now, Alex. You need to calm down, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's going through a life-threatening experience.
Stop for like
Talking to a
15
ladder.
minutes to make jokes at ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, to be fair, humor always helps in a crisis.
All right, let's give this another shot.
Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot to check the one spot. Of course, I'm so stupid.
I wasn't gonna say anything because I want you to play this game,
Look,
but yeah.
it's like the thing about these escapes is that sometimes there's just like the spot you just have to press, and like that's like the one gripe I have about the escapes sometimes. Not that one. The other one. Yeah, this guy. Like you have to click on the pillow,
I see.
and you see now we've got the second one, which reading from that thing is a solid thing, so it's going to be 0, and then it's going to be 2, and then it's going to be 7. Is that right? Nope, that's an 8. An 8. And this last one should be a 5. Okay, so now we just have to read them left to right, so we have the combinations to both briefcases. So we're good there. So, let's do blue first since I'm here. So, since we have those, I have them written down. We do the blue passcode is going to be 0. Alright.
I guess I'm gonna have to find the right 4 numbers. Alright, let's give this another try.
Operation, yes, I know. The can anyone guess the code now? Because I know it. I'm so cool. It's gonna be 0263.
Alright, let's see if these numbers work. I turn the key and hey! Looks like it's working!
It's working.
Yes! Alright, let's open it up.
Let's open the thing and we get a red book.
Yes! It opened! Looks like there's something in here. What is this? A file?
File screen. If you find any documents or notes during an escape, the information on them will be available from the file screen. To open the file screen, touch the file R in the right top of the corner once you get all the screen. Select file by touching them, or by the thing on the that. So if you touch the things there and do these things, the thing will select and displayed on the upper screen. Cool.
Alright, let's see what's in this file. Digital root.
We're gonna be talking about math!
Let's see here. Math! Compute a digital root with the following steps. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. If you end up with something greater than a single digit number, add the digits to one another. For instance, if you have a double digit number, add the number in the tens place to the number in the ones place. Keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single digit answer. That final single digit is your digital root. Example, the digital root of 678 would be
3.
6 plus 7 plus 8 equals 21, 2 plus 1 equals 3. Therefore, the digital root of 678 is 3. Example, the digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 would be
1.
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. Therefore, the digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1. I see. So, I just keep adding numbers until I get a single digit number. Oh. Looks like there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of keycards. Huh.
Ah, yes, we got the stack of blue key cards.
Ooh,
They're pretty cool.
fancy.
They're pretty neat. Alright, new material has been added to the file screen. Calculator. The calculator screen can be used during an escape. I don't need a fucking calculator, I have a math degree.
I don't need no fucking calculator.
I can do an integral in my head if I want
Good
to.
for you.
I don't need no calculating.
This highfalutin calculating.
Digital root ass, number theory ass in my video games. I don't need no number theory in my video games. Alright. So yeah, this game, in case it wasn't clear, likes the number 9. As Snake pointed out, so the rent for Junpei's house was 15,480, right? The digital root of that is 9.
Is 9.
That's insane.
Wait. Oh god.
Wow.
Oh, I hate that.
He's also paying,
Wait, digital root?
yeah. He's, paying...
What is that?
Oh, we just explained. Basically, it's the
I'm
sum...
sorry, I
Someone
went to
wasn't
that.
paying attention.
It's okay, it's okay.
Hey,
It's,
Will.
it's the sum of the digits.
Turkey
You're basically taking any integer number, and you're adding the
okay.
digits of the tens of any position it in base 10. And then what you're doing is you add them all up, and if it's until it's a single number. So if you have the number 1,234, you would add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. That would give you 10. And since you have 2 digits still, you need to add 1 and 0 together to get a digital root of 1.
Okay.
This is actually a very cool topic. Anyway, so the password for this one is going to be...
This is actually very cool, guys.
This is
Okay,
actually,
I'm not
like,
sure.
really
I'm
fucking cool.
interested.
It is
All right.
actually
One more time.
super interesting. It is not boring.
I'm telling you right now, this is a really cool math topic. Trust me, I know. It's
We
a...
would have drowned.
Well, it's
half
really
an hour
cool
ago.
because, like, it's divisibility rules. But we'll get into that later. So this password is 7485. Yeah.
Yes!
Yes. Yes.
I unlocked it.
And inside,
It's opening.
we get more key cards. Stack of red key cards.
Do they all have the same number?
No, they have different numbers on them. Because you notice the
Okay.
blue one had a 6, and this one had a 1. So if we go to file here, by the way, it gives us basically, like, tutorials on, like, how to do things. So there are some really cool files later on as well. So yeah, if you weren't a math fan before, you're going to be a math fan after this, because,
Yeah.
Oh boy!
about-
Wowie, I love math.
Pushes up glasses.
So yeah, it's like here we go. Ready? The file Junpei found in the where he was waking up. There's something about digital roots. Add up all the numbers involved. If the number is more than 2 digits, add all the digits to one another. In the event that 2-digit number, add the 10's digit and the 1's digit. Keep adding digits until you are left with a single number, and that number is the digital root. For example, 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 21, plus 2 plus 1 is 3.
or you get the idea. So, so the game uses this a lot. Hello, Will.
Hi, how's it
Will,
going, Voltagro?
introduce yourself.
Who are
Will.
you?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Hi, my name is Will, and I love you all.
Are you human or not?
No, I'm a imperfect clone of Sylvester Stallone.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
god.
That's right.
These cards with numbers on them. I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them. Alright, let's slide this card and see if it works. And... Huh? It's not working. Why? Damn it. No, no, that's right. I still have cards I haven't used.
All right, so next we try the blue cards.
Damn it! Damn, not again. There aren't any more cards in here. I've only got one other hint. Of course! The files! That file said something about a digital root. A digital root. The digital root, huh?
Yes, the digital root.
What am I supposed to do with... There's a 5 on that door.
I know, right? Digital roots are useless. You can't eat them.
Do I have to get a digital root of 5?
You so
Can
you
you
can
do-
try.
Can I make some digital root beer?
I'm not really sure about this.
Put some digital ice cream in it to make a digital
I'll kill you,
root beer
Adam.
float.
I will murder you, Adam.
Death wish.
Whatever.
Will you digitally murder me, Seth?
It's worth a shot.
I'll murder you with all 5 of my digits.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Let's see if this works. I'll just slide the cards that give me the digital root of 5 through the reader.
Operating instructions. Touch 3 cards to select them. The digital root of the selected cards will be displayed on the top screen. Touching reset will deselect all currently selected cards. After you've selected 3 cards, touch the device. Alright, so, how do we make a digital root? Anyone want to play the game?
No.
Okay, well, I'll
Two
try.
seven.
So
Thanks.
one.
Wait,
So
wait.
let's see. So 1 plus. Okay, so 1 plus 2 plus 6. No.
Nope, that would
1
be
plus
9.
1 plus 2
276.
plus 3, but there's
No, that
1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6.
Oh, that wouldn't work. That's right.
you can try.
Never mind. It wouldn't.
That gives you 15.
Oh, I know. What's the number we're trying to get?
5.
5. Okay.
Oh, so 3.
So
How do you make?
So 5. 6 plus
I've got it, guys.
Oh yeah?
8. Can we subtract?
No, you cannot subtract. You can only add.
Oh. Okay, so 8 plus 3.
plus,
Oh.
hold on. Okay, hold on. Plus 2. No.
Don't spoil it, Snake. I know the answer too, but I'm holding off.
Okay, wait. 7 plus 3. No, wait, not 7 plus 3. Sorry,
No.
7 plus 8.
1.
No, wait. Okay, I lied. 6 plus 7.
Okay.
God,
I know.
damn it.
6, 7, 1.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay.
We did it! We did math, everyone!
Wow.
This has been Voltage Teaches Divisibility Rules.
All right. I think this is gonna work. There we go. That's a new noise. Huh? Did it just unlock? Well, that light was red, and now it's blue. No doubt about it. There's nothing keeping me in here now.
Except you.
Except for Voltage not pressing the...
I am the god of this world.
Just leave.
All right, and now we can go through the door.
Yay!
Wow.
We did it, everyone.
999.
We did it.
It's
We-
over.
You found it.
We beat the game! Thanks for joining our stream, everybody!
Book.
Well, guys, I would like to thank Voltage so much for having us all here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks to the viewers who all came.
Yeah. We're getting swept away by the flood. Accompanied by a wall of angry water, Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall. Gasping to catch his breath, he looked around. He was in a narrow hallway. The water that had followed him out of the room was rapidly pouring out of the door. It flowed quickly down the hallway and slammed into the foot of the short flight of stairs. Drink water, everyone, because water is flowing out
Oh,
of the room.
thank God. I was thirsty.
Drink the angry water.
Got it.
Just 5 steps, in fact. And
Water
at the top of the
drinking.
short staircase,
A door? Another door?
Junpei leapt up the stairs straight for the door.
He's so angry.
He was angry from the water. The door burst open, and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks.
Oof.
What other possible response could there have been to what he saw?
What the hell?
His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare. A polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases rising up from the edges, each one of them equidistant from the others. The audio is not fucked up for you on stream, it is fucked up for me too. We're working on it.
Oh, is it not supposed to sound like that?
No.
I thought it was a cool effect.
Well, we'll roll with it now. The stairs and the pillars were solid wood, and Art Nouveau embellishments decorated the walls and pillars. It looked like nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s. Junpei couldn't help but wonder, was he really in a ship? The water quickly filling from the hallway behind him suggested that, yes, he was. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room where he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved towards the stairs.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally a book. Wait, what the hell? A wave! Shit! I gotta get out of here!
Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran towards the tremendous staircase in front of him. C-Deck. Thank you for the effort noises. B-Deck. As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship. He took 2 stairs at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself. Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead, Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye. He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. And on the right side, 3 more.
Nice.
All told, there were 7 of them. It looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They stopped just short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood there staring at one another. Junpei didn't move, 1 foot placed awkwardly on the next step in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? This entire interaction only lasted a matter of seconds. The woman spoke to Junpei, and time began to move again. Oh, Alina, you should voice this character.
Okay. I guess there's only one. I guess there's another one of us now.
The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry even little more.
What was the word?
Prodigious jewelry. I hate those words.
Say it again. Say it again.
Prodigious jewelry. I hate words.
There you go.
Prodigious.
There you go.
Hey, you! Come on. Hurry!
With no further ceremony, she ran straight past Junpei towards the doors behind him. The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking assets left Junpei momentarily stunned. But the others wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman. The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. Will, you should be this character.
Aw.
Alright.
He threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran,
He's so cute.
muttering,
Huh. One of us, huh?
Seth, you should be this older man. Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough as he passed Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and shock of hair struck Junpei as rather than that of an elderly lion.
Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors. Neither of them will open.
The next to speak was a girl with pink hair and a high voice. This would be who Giggles is if she were here. But we'll have someone cover. Mina, you can cover her.
Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry!
Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. Alex, that's you. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene, and he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help but feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. He'd certainly never seen one before, but this man seemed what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like.
That's 9 of us then.
Oh my god.
All of the cards are in hand.
What does all of the cards in hand mean, he wondered.
I hate you so much.
Junpei opened his mouth to speak, to ask what the other man meant, but the girl with the pink hair rushed past him and they were gone.
What was that said? Like, oh, bro.
He turned just in
can't
time to
even
see
hear
2
you,
more people
dude.
running towards him. One of them had hair like a bird's nest and looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him. And the other was a veritable mountain of a man who was played by Adam. The scrawny one said nothing and scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something.
Hey! What the hell are you doing just standing there for? Did you hear him? The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it? Now go!
Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would use to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way.
Whoa!
Thrown off balance by the man and recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the 7 others had been running towards. There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set into the wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy, and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. The number on the right had a 4. And the door on the left had a 5.
They're the same.
The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself.
The room I woke up in had a number on the door, just like that.
You too, hey?
With an arched eyebrow, the Lion looked over at Silver.
My cell was the same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room. Oh, fuck. Full of stairs, as I suspect, did the rest of you.
It was as though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once.
Oh, me too. I too.
I did too, yeah.
I guess
It soon became clear that each one of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They'd all ended up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided there.
Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
You think I don't know that lady?
Before the dancer had time to finish, Silver was already running. He grabbed a hold of the door labeled 5 and pulled. However,
Fuck! It's not opening.
I forgot I cursed
What?
in this game.
This damn
Watch your
thing won't even
language.
budge.
It's rated M. By God, they're gonna get their mileage.
they're getting blood and swears.
Move! You're in the way!
The mountain grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside.
Jesus.
His path cleared, he took a few steps back,
He was much lighter than his brother, the Hound.
and then he threw himself at the door. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or
He
opening.
should have done it 5 times. There's
Yeah.
a 5.
Being big and running isn't working!
The mountain threw himself at the door again, a 5th time because the door said so. Junpei turned towards door 4. Next to the door on the wall, was a small box. It looked just like the one that he had seen in his room, next to that door. If it was the same, then this door was likely locked as well. Still, he had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all of his weight onto it. It was locked as tight as the door next to it, as he suspected.
Damn it!
Junpei punched the door. It did not respond. Punching doors is not a nice way to open them.
Yeah.
Were these the only doors, he wondered? He'd barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate he'd passed on his way sprang, unbidden, to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back towards the stairs. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty, or something equally silly. No, we got a gift. Seth tifted a Gear 1 sub.
Nice.
To
Tifted.
Captain
I
Rex.
definitely tifted.
And yes, the icon that is my notifications is in fact this pink-haired girl from this game. So, now you know. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well. This is who Mina was normally be. Without saying a word, Junpei walked slowly towards her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place of some sort of magic spell. As Junpei stepped onto the landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. The quake caught the girl unprepared, and she fell. Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her. Or so he thought. Instead, we got a cute little slapstick moment. Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own. He was flat on his back, and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment that seemed a stretch for a very long time, they stared at one another. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at the walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded as well. The silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth.
Oh my gosh. Is that you, Jumpy?
Jumpy. Her words echoed through Jumpy's mind, head, and Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned.
Akane?
Why hadn't he realized it before? The girl was Akane Kurashiki. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. And then he thought he might kiss her. Just kidding. He could feel the warmth of her face. Feelings he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment, a speaker crackled to life, and a cold, eerie voice filled the room.
Welcome aboard. I welcome you all from the bottom of my heart to this my vessel.
With the voice's invasion, the spell of Junpei and Akane was broken, and all hints of burgeoning romance instantly forgotten. They hurriedly untangled themselves from one another and struggled to their feet. Their 7 companions heard the voice as well, and many of their faces had gone pale. They looked around frantically, desperate to locate the source of the voice. At last they found it. A speaker set in the ceiling.
I am Zero, the captain of this ship. I am also the person who invited you here.
The voice was harsh, obscured
Does that
occasionally.
hurt your voice to
No,
do?
it's actually really easy. I'm just breathing in while I'm talking instead of exhaling. So
That always
in a
makes me
way, I can like talk continuously forever, and none of you will be able to interrupt me. By the harsh crackle of static. But Junpei recognized it. How could have he forgotten it? It was the same voice he had heard from the man in the gas mask.
No, it's not.
Hey, asshole! What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a good look at you.
What do you mean to do to us? Jeez, yeah, good.
I mean to have you participate in a game.
Oh, fuck. Fucking dongle. Dongle. Dongle.
Some of you, I know, are familiar with this game. The Nonary game. And the game where you will put your life on the line.
Elena.
Nope. Sorry.
You're fine.
Nonary game.
What the hell's that?
The voice continued, implacable. Implacable.
The rules of the Nonary game can be found upon your persons. They are simple rules. free thumb.
No one to regain.
Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out.
Silver reached into his pocket and pulled out a small slip of paper. The rest of them reached into their own pockets and pulled out similar slips of paper.
Except for the girl, she put hers in her boobs.
Junpei followed suit and dug into the pocket of his pants. He felt the telltale crumple of paper, slightly damp from his earlier ordeal.
Hey, I got one too.
Hey, sir.
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
His request had been delivered to Junpei, who, after a small moment of surprise, did as he'd been asked.
On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers. We will call them the numbered doors.
How creative.
The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered brackets that each
Bracelet.
of you possess. Bracelets, my bad. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
So yep, we're doing math for the rest of the game!
Yay!
Yes!
Yay! It's like Number Cruncher, but with death.
Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute.
Bracelet. Junpei figured it had to mean the bulky thing on his wrist. He glanced around. It looked like everyone else had one as well, and had come much to the same conclusion.
The purpose of the game is simple. Leave the ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Junpei had reached the end of the letter. There was a long moment of silence, and then the speaker crackled to life once more.
There is one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, the ship has begun to sink. On April 14th, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank in the waters of the North Atlantic. I will give you more time. 9 hours. That is the time you will be given to make your escape.
The voice finished, and the speaker went silent. The sound of a bell tolling echoed through the hall. It came from the dance hall adjacent to the stairwell. It took those assembled on the stairs mere moments to trace the sound to an antique clock embedded on the wall. 7, 8, 9. The sounding of the 9th bell faded away. The 10th never came. That meant the time was 9 o'clock. Most likely 9 o'clock in the evening. When Junpei had peered out of the window in his cell, he had seen nothing but blackness. It had to be nighttime. If that was the case, then what they would need to escape by 6 a.m. the following day.
Now, it is time. Let our game begin. I wish you all the best of luck. I wish you all the best of luck.
Fuck, I don't know. The speaker went silent and did not speak again. Extreme extrification. Silver yelled at the speaker with language coarse enough to embarrass a sailor, but the rest of Junpei's companions were silent, deep in thought.
Fucking bitch!
Junpei, too, was consumed by his thoughts.
Nose off!
There was a great deal he didn't understand. Who was Zero? What was the Nonary game? Why had he chosen to make them a part of it? Was he a criminal who took delight in playing with his victims? Or did he have some other purpose? And why had Junpei been chosen as a part of this insane game? Why had any of them been chosen? But one question was foremost on his mind. Akane. They hadn't seen one another since elementary school. Why had she appeared now? Coincidence? No, that seemed impossible. There had to be a reason. He didn't know what it might be, but there had to be a reason.
Very well.
The lion's voice seemed oddly loud in the silence.
Standing around here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think?
Get moving?
Are you planning to open the numbered doors?
Hey, wait! Don't tell me you're actually going to do what this Zero says.
No, that's not what I mean.
The lion shook his head, mildly annoyed.
I'm saying, let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
What?
Wait. Clock. Their separate
Tick-tock.
investigations finished, all 9 people returned to where they'd once left one another. The result of all their work was nothing. They were completely sealed in. Their hard work had not gone completely to waste, however. They had learned of a number of things as they'd scoured the parts of the ship they could reach. It seemed that they were confined to decks A through C. C deck was as far down as they would be able to go, however. The reason being that D deck was completely submerged. Strangely, however, the water had risen no higher than D deck. The flow seemed to have been stopped somehow, as evidenced by the surface of the water on D deck, which is as smooth as glass. The prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it.
Oh wow, oh yeah. Oh right, I have to do the thing again.
You can do.
I'm sorry.
If you want to do like close to your normal voice, you don't have to do the
You know what?
princey voice all the time.
Yeah, I admit it was fun for 5 seconds.
That's typically how they are.
I can already tell my sister's going to hate me for the rest of my life. I need that voice. All right. Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that her time limit was 9 hours. In other words, this water won't rise for 9 hours.
Then you're saying we won't sink till then?
Well, that may be a little too optimistic. Point to wishful thinking. Oh no point to wishful thinking.
There were 3 metal doors on C deck. A single door stood off to the side, with 2 more on the wall facing the central staircase. None of them had numbers or verification devices. They were, however, locked like the other doors. No matter how much they pushed and shoved, the doors refused to move. The mountain and lion threw themselves against them a few times, but to no avail. The door in the back had a keyhole. Just above it was a strange mark with the shape of a circle surrounding the dot. There were 2 other doors on C deck as well, but it was clear that they were elevators, as each of them had a button next to it with an upside-down triangle. They tried pushing the button. No response. Apparently, there was no power running to the elevators. To the left of the elevator doors was a card reader. The card reader also had a strange mark on it. It looked like a lowercase h with a dash drawn across the upper stem of the H. Junpei stared at it for a while.
This is the symbol of Saturn. It's an astrological symbol. I forgot how to say astrological for a second.
Then
Sorry.
the mark on the other door?
I think that was the sun symbol.
They had seen the same symbols on A deck. There was a door on either side of the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it.
This is an earth symbol. The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the vertical one represents the prime meridian. The prime meridian.
Hang on, before we do this, I'm gonna do that. Just to be safe.
Good idea.
Never hurts. Junpei looked up at the ceiling, making a save of information that he did and heard already. There was a great circle cut into it, perhaps for a skylight or a glass dome, but it had been filled with a gargantuan metal plate. The metal looked very solid. Anything short of an explosive charge was unlikely to damage it. There were several windows along both sides of the ship, or at least there had been. They too were covered with metal plates. In other words,
We're trapped. All the exits go nowhere.
Junpei was not happy. The girl with the pink hair spoke up.
Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them.
Then the mountain spoke.
You don't know that. For all we know, they just open into walls or take us in circles.
The prince did not agree.
No, I'm sure they go somewhere. Otherwise, what point would there be? And we can open them. Well, 2 of them, at least.
Do you mean the numbered doors?
All eyes turned towards the doors with the numbers on them. The atmosphere in the room grew tense.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that.
The dancer moved in front of the doors as if to block them.
We'd have to be crazy to open these doors. If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do.
Suddenly, everyone began to speak at once.
I agree.
I know.
That's a terrible idea. Go.
I just don't want to die.
Stay here. We don't have any other way to open any.
Various things.
Not here.
And we're
Wait,
saying
someone's
right now.
bound to come find
I'm
us.
still a virgin.
We.
What?
Oh man.
Yeah.
The clamor of voices made it next to impossible to determine who was saying what. Except for that one about the virgin. That was probably Junpei. Their arguments grew more and more intense until people were shouting and screaming at one another. Junpei had remained silent. I guess that wasn't him. Someone sounded really a lot like Junpei, though. But at last he could take no more.
Hey! Shut up!
They fell silent, and all eyes turned towards Junpei. He felt each stare burning into him, but he refused to flinch.
Before we try and decide where we're going to go, there's something else we ought to do.
What's that?
Introduce themselves. We need to exchange information.
Wow, it's like you actually are Junpei.
We don't know anything about each other. I want to know who you guys are. Who are you? Where you came from? Why you ended up here? Don't tell me you aren't curious too.
They were silent. Some of them looked the other way, or bit their lip, or crossed their arms and stared at the ceiling. But one of them spoke up. It was Akane.
I agree. I think Jumpy is right.
Jumpy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about him. I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei.
She pointed towards Junpei.
We're childhood friends. We went to the same elementary school.
Wait, stop. Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about. Zero's probably watching us right now. What are you gonna do if he's listening in?
Would that be bad?
Hell yeah, it would. We don't know how much that bastard knows about us. Maybe he just picked a bunch of randos to kidnap.
That works all the same.
If that is the case, then it'd be dangerous to let him know it too much. If Zero knows who we are, he could go after our families. Maybe he'd tell us he had them to get us to do stuff, you know?
But we still need to know what our names are. It's going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names.
All right then, why don't we have code names?
To him, apparently, it seemed like the obvious solution.
Code names.
Yeah, we'll each pick something. Like, I'll be 7.
7? Why are you 7?
It seemed a fair question. The mountain stuck out his left arm.
Cause his bracelet number says 7.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
He smirked.
All right, I'm gonna be Santa. Any of you come to know Japanese? No. Well, san means 3, so I'll be Santa. No. You know, like Santa Claus. Yeah, it fits, don't you think?
What the heck?
Sure. The audience was confused for a moment, but then continued.
Then your
Bracelet.
Then your bracelet. Then your bracelet number.
Yeah, it's got 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa.
Oh.
Over the sleeve. Just like the
Oh my
mountain had
gosh.
done, Silver thrust out his left hand. Sure enough, the face of his bracelet read 3.
Very well then. I'll go next, shall I? My bracelet number is 1. Ugh. Given that, I think Ace seems appropriate.
I'll be Lotus then. As I'm sure you all know, it has 8 petals. Which means, of course, that my bracelet number is 8.
I would appreciate it if you would call me Snake. I really like Metal Gear Solid. My bracelet number is 2. Since Ace has chosen cards, then I choose dice. Snake eyes, clearly.
Oh, I thought it was because it looked like a snake.
Which is particularly relevant given that I am blind. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, he's
Oh my god.
Wait, then how did he know his number
How
was
did you
Really?
know?
He kept his eyes closed during their entire ordeal, which had suggested something strange, but to hear it said so casually, it was something of a surprise. Everyone seemed a little nervous at the prince's proclamation, but no one seemed to know how to react to it. There was one person, however, who didn't seem surprised in the least. The girl with pink hair.
I want to be Clover. You know, like a 4-leaf clover. Good luck, right?
Looking almost bored, she held out her left hand. The face of her bracelet showed the number 4. They'd come around to Junpei. He held out his bracelet. It also looked like a snake.
All right, my number's 5. So my code name is gonna be.
Why have one? It's not like there's any point to it now.
The dancer cut him off mid-sentence.
I mean, We all know your name already. You're Junpei.
Oh.
They all nodded. Akane stepped forward nervously.
You fucking idiot.
Then you should all call me by my name, too. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem...
It doesn't seem fair to Jumpy.
You're thinking it's not cool for you to hide your name after you told us his?
Akane fidgeted awkwardly. Junpei decided he had to do something.
What's your bracelet number?
It's 6.
She hesitated for a moment, then held out her left hand. As she'd claimed, the bracelet's face showed a 6. Junpei looked at it for a moment and then thought.
Alright then. Why don't we call you June?
Very sad.
June?
Yeah, you know. It's the 6th month of the year.
Alright, simp.
So you're June.
See, I didn't know you guys would be coming up with these puns. I feel kind of silly just being called 7.
Jumpy.
Akane kneaded her hands and looked up at Junpei, uncertain. He smiled back at her, reassuringly.
Are you good with that?
She thought about it for a few more minutes. That's a long time to think about it. Then seemed to come to a decision and gave Junpei a small nod. June and Junpei. Their names decided, Junpei ran over to them quickly in his head.
He's just using his name.
1 was Ace. 2 was Snake. 3 was Santa. 4 was Clover. 5 was Junpei's number, because June had said his name already to everyone. Akane was 6, and Junpei had given her the code name June. 7 was 7, and 8 was Lotus. That meant the 8 of them, including Junpei, had revealed their bracelet numbers. But there's still one person left. He was the man with glasses and a hair like a bird's nest. He hadn't said anything since they'd met on the stairs, and he didn't look like the sort of person who was inclined to conversation. His skin was pale, his breathing was heavy, and he was soaked with nervous sweat. His behavior seemed suspicious, or perhaps simply emotionally unstable. It was difficult to tell. Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he had only a fingertip's worth of a grip on his sanity. The girl with pink hair, Clover, walked up to him slowly. She put her hands on her hips and eyed him suspiciously.
What number are you?
He didn't answer. His bloodshot eyes twitched from person to person, and his breath came in hot pants.
Hot.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
The man licked his dry lips with a shaking tongue and spoke with a voice like old paper. Isn't it obvious? There are 9 people here. And you know numbers 1 through 8 are. I'm the only one left.
So you're 9?
Yeah. He extended a trembling arm. The bracelet did indeed say 9. Clover looked at it contemptuously.
What's your code name?
Code name?
What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too.
I don't need one.
Why not?
Because I'm not gonna stay here with you. He took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover looked at him with something very like disgust.
You've got some sort of plan?
I do.
Yeah? What's that?
You sure you want to know?
Yeah?
All right. Let me show you. I'm gonna do this! By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him. The man's body moved like a snake's. In fact, in the blink of an eye, he had slid around her and wrapped his arm around her waist.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Silver, Santa, leapt forward towards the Clover and the Ninth Man. He was halfway there when... Stay back! Suddenly, the man's hand dove into his pocket. It came back out with a knife. A pocket knife. He held it to Clover's pale, quivering neck. If you get any closer, I'll cut her open! Santa skidded to a halt. He snarled at the scrawny man with the knife and gritted his teeth. Yes, that's right! The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt.
Clover, are you all right?
The prince, Snake's voice, sounded oddly concerned.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing.
What the hell are you trying to do?
I told you! This is my plan! Hey, Adam.
What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything to her. If she just does what I tell her to do, I'll let her go. He started to move backwards slowly, keeping his grip on Clover. Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around quickly and spoke. Verify!
Huh?
The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel. The round part.
What if I don't?
The man's nostrils flared, and he looked as like he was about to choke. Are you an idiot? What do you think? I could slit your throat right now! I'll kill you if I have to. All I need is your bracelet. Just do it! Do it now!
Hey, do it.
He pressed the knife against Clover's neck, hard.
Do it!
Slowly.
Do it!
He slowly just did it! Slowly, she stretched her left hand out towards the device. Her back was to it, and she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. It made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared. So that's how it works, Junpei thought to himself. By placing one's palm on what the Ninth Man had called the scanner panel, the user's bracelet number would be entered into the device.
Use the digit total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find the digital root if that number is equal to the number of that door. That door will open.
Junpei shifted his eyes towards the doors, to the door itself. I keep on saying towards. The number on it was 5. The Ninth Man seemed to know little more about the device's operation than he should. How had he known exactly what to do? Good. You're done. Next. His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally they stopped on the lion, Ace. You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Yes, I am. So?
Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her?
Oh, okay. Just calm down.
Ace held up his hands, palms out. The Ninth Man jerked his chin towards the device. Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved towards the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it. No! Verify! Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The device beeped again, and a second asterisk appeared. Now the device had Clover and Ace's numbers. 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm also drinking water. The same as the number written on the door. But it wouldn't open just yet.
Only 3 to 5 people can pass a one-numbered door.
Drink more water, everyone. The door needed at least one more person. God damn it, Snake, that's 2. Drinking more water.
Yay!
Hydration.
Who would that be?
Get back!
His voice shook, but the knife he held to Clover's throat made his words sound like a command. Ace took 2, then 3 steps back.
No, further! More than that? Go all the way back!
Slowly, Ace did what he was told. The 9th man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile. That was when Junpei understood his plan. Clover's 4 and Ace's 1, added to the 9th man's 9. 4 plus 1 plus 9 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. In other words...
Thank God you were all so cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare.
He pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. A third asterisk appeared on the screen. He dropped his hand to the lever on the side of the device and pulled. The door opened. The door opened with a heavy metallic groan. He let go of Clover.
Wait!
Junpei leapt towards the 9th man, but he wasn't fast enough. The man shoved Clover and hopped through the door.
Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then, goodbye.
He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face. Then he was gone. And that's why Voltage took this character.
What a jerk. Why couldn't he have just helped everybody? He knew what to do.
The door ground shut with a dull clang of a metal on metal.
Clover! Are you alright?
Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine.
She climbed unsteadily to her feet, and once there, leaned heavily on the Snake's shoulder for support. Junpei ran to the door. The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed a hold of the handles and pulled. They grunted and strained, but...
Shit! It won't budge!
That was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet.
Do you hear something?
Like, what?
Like some sort of beeping.
Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others did the same.
You're right. I can hear it too.
Will?
What is it?
Then they heard something else. It was the 9th man.
Shit! Why isn't it stopping? God damn it! You lied!
Lied?
This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! This is wrong!
His voice shook with fear. Save on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another.
What is happening in there?
It's Voltage turning down his gain.
Open the door! Please! I'm begging you. Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here!
I'm sorry, neighbors. Junpei grabbed a hold of the device. He slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened. Why didn't it register him? He looked at the display where the asterisk had shown up. It said, engaged. Oh my god, there's no time left. Listen, I was lied to. He lied to me. He put me in here. It was him. He killed me. It was him. The explosion rocked the room. Voltage needs water. Holy shit.
Good job.
You did a great job, though.
Instinctively, Voltage pressed the button again on the screen. They ducked, then stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room. In that silence, the electronic tone that echoed across the room sounded loud as a gunshot. All eyes turned towards it. It had come from the device mounted next to the door. The device changed from engaged to drink water. And then to vacant.
I'm gonna pee.
Understandable.
How much are we gonna pee tonight?
Let's see if we can open it.
7, the mountain, swallowed hard. Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. A red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel. Drink more water.
Oh my god, please.
Oh my
no.
god.
If you do that, we're gonna have to take a break in like 20 minutes to pee.
Oh my god.
The device had registered Junpei's bracelet number 5. It was not enough though, however. At least 2 more people were needed. Junpei asked, which pair?
8, 9.
They all add to 9.
Oh. Man, and I thought I was smart.
Ace and Lotus.
Ace and Lotus. Ace and Lotus.
Ace, Lotus, you think you could give me a hand here?
The pun was a little too on the nose, but the mood was still grim. Both Ace and Lotus lifted their hands silently. He verified, and she followed suit. 5 + 1 + 8 is 14. 1 + 4 is 5. They'd fulfilled the commands, conditions. If they were to pull the lever on the side...
Are you guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth in a grim line. Excuse me. Then, he slowly lowered the lever. There was a metallic groan, and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth.
Oh my god!
Good God.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. 7 grunted.
Whoa, that's pretty bad.
Even Santa's voice shook.
He blew up.
It appeared that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood. The shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then her strength left her, and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. She crumpled to the floor.
June, you okay?
Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders. That was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat.
What the hell? Where'd this fever come from?
June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax, and her whole body began to shake.
M for murder.
M for McKits.
All right, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk?
She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair.
Here we go.
As gently as he could, he set her down in it.
How are you feeling? Are you all right?
She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face.
Why? Why did this happen?
Her voice cracked, broken by misery and grief, and choked by sobs.
Why did this happen?
Junpei spun around.
Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here? Who's Zero? What's this nonary game? Come on! Anybody? Anything? What the hell is going on? What are we doing here?
No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, Seven, and Lotus. They all simply stood there. 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines for mouths.
Well, 6. What about Snake?
June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped. Then, suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And then, on the 10th ring, it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into the silence.
It's 10 o'clock then.
Ace said what each one of them had been thinking.
That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck! I've had enough of this crap!
Santa leapt to his feet, his fists clenched.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this? You've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero was going on about is up! Let's get going already! Go! Go!
Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke.
No, I refuse. I'm not going to end up like him.
Him? You mean the 9th man?
Of course. Who else?
In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again. The dark, reddish-black pool of blood. The scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower.
Yeah.
The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful. The 9th man's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Junpei suspected that the detonation had thrown him against the wall.
Oof.
Half of his face was crushed, and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied, either by the explosion or by gravity.
Oh.
He had landed on his back and stark white ribs. By the way, this is very graphic. Just thought I'd make that very clear. Yeah. Jutted
I'm
out.
getting hungry.
Jutted up out of his chest. Like the legs of some sort macabre crab.
You know what
He
he
felt
didn't
something
describe?
flip
The
in his
feet.
stomach, just like me. I forget how graphic that is the first time they describe it.
Yeah.
First time? What do you mean the first time?
It
I
is a
think he
mystery.
just screwed up.
Everyone's eyebrows went up, and Snake's comment made me laugh. Halfway through this explanation, hey everybody, by the way, it's graphic. Just a heads up. Yeah, so you know how the stream is always like, this stream is for mature audiences. This one definitely is. So, just as a heads up.
You should probably save.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna make a save state.
Oh, I just kicked. Oh my god! I almost just kicked my microphone stand over.
Oh no. Everyone's been upset.
Like-
Continue.
Some sort of trap.
That one sucked.
I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
Hey, Snake.
Oh. What the hell?
Good night, Rex.
Night, Rexy. Good night. Thank you for hanging out here with us. Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so goddamn funny?
You were just so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
What the fuck?
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
The ninth man's death. It had nothing to do with a trap, or at least not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it.
yeah?
You still don't? All right. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. Right?
And after that? You've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say?
Huh?
Santa furrowed his brow in thought. Junpei thought back.
Zero said
What did Zero say?
that
And
everyone,
who verified had to go.
has to go.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. Right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was. It means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through. Kappa.
That is correct. A gold star, Junpei.
Snake inclined his head toward Junpei.
The ninth man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed.
Then Zero's watching us from somewhere. Making sure we don't break any rules.
Say it again, please.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
Snake looked at Seven with what could only be described as pity and sighed.
Very... I see it must be me who tells you. I've waited long enough, I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but... that seems increasingly unlikely.
He couldn't see them, of course, but Snake perhaps sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
What is it you know?
Here.
Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket. With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
Come on now. What's the point of giving me this?
Give me that.
Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
Is it in Braille?
Seven tugged it out of Santa's hands.
Of course.
Hey,
Huh, I see.
the card went from Seven to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood. Mina was correct.
This is Braille.
Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small embossed bumps. Junpei
That's
could
Braille.
recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it.
Sorry, guys. I can't read this.
Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
Hey, Ace.
Oh, my bad. From Zero.
A message? A message?
And then me.
What does it say?
Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. It said, drink water. Just kidding. You don't have to right now. But
Oh, thank God.
Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. Snake raised his hand.
Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Now you actually have to drink water because I said it.
Damn it.
Junpei swallowed hard the large gulp of water he drank and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Everyone was drinking water. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Bracelet number 2. With sight. I shall bless you, and only you, with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
You can read this too.
The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door, you will find a red. The dead is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet. But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate?
Hang on one sec. Does she need the invite?
No, I invited her.
Okay, cool. I'll need to give her a roll, but that'll be fine.
I'm afraid this may be something of a surprise.
1 second. We're getting people into the thing right now. Knight. Getting the rolls. Alright, Knight should be able to join now. Cover for Clover as needed.
I have placed a small bomb inside of you, and the people whom you are about to meet. You swallowed it while you were unconscious.
Ew.
I have no doubt that by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine.
Don't worry, Snake, I already got covered.
Spit it out.
Snake rattle.
As if you will. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try.
They need to eat some really bad food and just shit it out.
Yeah, just poop it out.
The bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse or timer for the bomb in your body.
How did it not get digested?
There's only one condition that will cause it to detonate.
It's covered in plastic.
It's made out of gum.
Yeah.
That condition is that you enter a numbered door.
That's typical of bombs. They're made of gum. Like, have you ever played Cave Story? Like,
Explosive.
they're made of.
What is it? What? This is how it feels to chew 5 gum.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Clip it.
Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be. You will have 81 seconds. If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing
9
it to explode. In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their number at the dead. Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side, and the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red in 81 seconds, you will be dead.
That's what I said, and that's what I said.
You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed. So long as the door is open, the dead will not function. You will do well to remember this. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from the ship. 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects that its weight has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Put everyone in cardiac arrest. We'll resuscitate them.
There is no other way to remove your bracelet.
But how are you gonna do that?
If you attempt to force it off or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode. This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, would be unable to control your fate. Excuse me. I wish you the best of luck.
We make a save state.
Yeah,
after
please,
that.
for the love of God.
We make a save state after that. Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket. The message had been lengthy, but its meaning was clear. Only those who verified their numbers at the red could pass through the numbered doors. Teams could not increase or decrease their numbers. The Reds, Deads, and Bracelets enforced the rules. They were judge, jury, and executioner.
I object.
Overruled.
Oh,
No.
objection!
Objection denied, Mr. Seven.
Overruled.
In defiance,
Get back to work, mister.
The law!
Objection overruled.
Take that!
I am going to have to induce a penalty on you, Seven.
No.
in defiance of Zero's suggestions,
Well-
both Santa and
12
Seven
years ago.
put their fingers down their throats and began to gag.
Idiots, it's only gonna make you weaker.
The rest stiffened. Some touched their stomachs. Simply stared at their bracelets as Night Fright entered the call. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach. There was a bomb inside his body. The thought of it made him queasy. His stomach felt oddly hollow, and his legs were weak. Why had Zero designed such a ludicrous game? Junpei looked over at the others.
All right, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero?
They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask. What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like, surprise or something.
Instead, it was me who got a notification. It was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence, and then everyone spoke at once.
Yeah, I saw him too.
Yeah, I saw
Me
him.
too.
Yeah.
He was wearing a gas mask.
Yeah.
He grabbed me.
As stories were sorted out, the truth became clear. All of their stories were the same. They had been abducted at home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had worn a mask. You know, because that was the right thing to do. There had been white smoke, and then each person had passed out. When they awoke, they had found themselves on D deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed. Only 7's story seemed to lack the detail of the others.
Oh. Me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
That was all he had said. It had occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue. He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger. That was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover. For some reason, they had been abducted from the same room and woken up in the same room. Junpei looked at them thoughtfully.
So, what's the deal with the two of you, anyway?
It was Clover that answered. It was Night Fright that also answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
We're siblings.
Siblings?
Yes. Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister.
For what it's worth, Clover is 17.
Okay. That really so hard to understand.
Junpei was taken aback. Actually, she might be 18. Yeah, she's 18. Never mind. The others seemed just as surprised.
Oh, she is correct, of course.
He laid his hand on Clover's shoulder.
Are you surprised?
Well, yeah, but...
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance.
Snake pointed at Junpei and June. Somehow, even though he's blind.
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
Oh, no, damn it. Fuck, God, shit.
Hey, Seth.
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
You went to school together?
Yeah.
June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention. Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well, and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
I'm not scratching my head.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell?
Ring a bell?
Ring a bell.
Bong. They looked at one another. And like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time.
Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
A millionaire.
Son?
Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
That's a good point.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, it seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual. Zero is most likely simply the representative of a larger group.
What sort of organization?
The club could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group.
Or a voiceover studio.
Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment. I mean, come on. A guy's dead.
Haha, blood. The word dead hung in the air.
Here we go
Heavy
again.
and ominous. The room went quiet again.
I don't know what the hell this Zero asshole is, but I do know for sure that he's got to be pretty fucked up in the head to do all
Oh, Zero's a beautiful.
He's so pretty.
Pretty.
Oh, fucked up in the head. Well, you can be pretty and fucked up in the head at the same time.
Unfortunately.
If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
Even with the specter. You see, I read that as scepter, and I was very confused. And then
Scepter of Death.
pick up. Even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time. In the end, however, they learned nothing. And they just keep talking the night away. By the time they finished, 1.5 of their 9 hours were gone. All they had to show for it was impatience.
Man. Look, we only got 7.5 hours left, okay? You really sure you want to just sit around?
No one was willing to argue this time.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump Zero. Jump when Zero says jump.
You okay there, Seven?
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
I may have been hitting the sauce a little too hard.
Thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how all this works.
Correct. And so long as we follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
But
Hey, June.
But what?
who's going to go in which door?
June looked toward the numbered doors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait!
Lotus looked terrified.
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want.
Oh no, I got disconnected. That's okay. I'm still here.
Discord to kick him.
It's the Discord kick. You know what that
Like
means.
clockwork.
It's the Discord kick. This should not be a surprise to you at this point. But since it is a surprise, we save the state.
Yay!
Because otherwise, we fear the worst in life. Oh no.
If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Ace shook his head, sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door number 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
I just bought these shoes.
Take them
I
off.
think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over him. You've got another think coming.
Another thing.
Oh, we found an issue in the game script.
That was the last straw. Fuck this game. I'm done.
No.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah. Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I was typing. Oh, God.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke.
Fine. I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
There was another long silence. This time, Snake was the one to break it.
I'll go.
What?
Don't worry, you'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
What are you at?
Because I do.
That's not an answer.
Fuck you.
If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do.
Ace stepped forward.
If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 4 is 14. I did it. And both just died.
No.
There we go.
Oh, no.
We're good. We're good.
Red Clover's 4, and mine 1. And the digital root will be 5. Wait, I said this already.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. Fuck you, Seth.
Oh, but it works perfectly.
Wow, that was an oddly slow-mo jump.
Us can go into door 5.
That's my sub emote. I think.
Wait. What about the other 4? What's their digital root gonna be?
Junpei did a quick mental calculation.
Here, quick. Whoever doesn't chat the
Lotus,
fastest.
Santa,
Quick,
June,
got
and
it.
Junpei
You get a
remain.
sub.
Okay,
Go.
so 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 6 is 17, plus 5 is 22. That's 4.
Plus 2 is 4.
Oh, good job, Adam. If you're watching the stream, you get a sub from Voltage.
8365. What would their digital root be?
Oh, thanks, Adam, for doing this math for me. 8 plus 3 plus
8
6
plus
plus
3
5 is 22. 2 plus 2 is 4. He repeated what he determined.
It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers, and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
Junpei ran over the team assignment in his head one more time. 4 people would go into door 5. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. 4 people would go into door 4. Lotus, Santa, June, and Junpei. Junpei had to ask himself if the teams were really what he wanted.
I wonder if the teams are really what I want.
Beyond door 5, what remained of the 9th man? He never wanted to see that thing again. But something in him said it would be unwise to not examine the corpse even a little closer. Of course, if he went through door 5, he wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. True, it would be possible for him to bring June with him through door 5, but that would mean she would have to see the horrific carnage that waited there. Junpei didn't want that. Junpei was torn. Should he stay silent and go through door 4? Or should he stop them all and insist on door 5? As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right, then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
He began to walk towards door 5. Clover and Snake followed, with a 7 a short distance behind. Junpei, which door do you want to go through? Door 4 or door 5? Here is where the game officially splits. You can go through door 4 or 5. So, since we have 9 people, let's do a poll.
Yay!
Oh no.
Are we gonna include the stream people?
We can, in fact, include the stream. So, voice actors and stream people, which door should we go through?
Ooh.
Don't worry, I have game plans for both, whichever way we go.
4.
Oh my gosh, that's so rude.
What? I just said 4.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
also
yeah, yeah.
think
That was
we
really
should
funny.
go through number 4.
I vote. Wait, are we doing a poll?
Yes,
there
we are doing a poll. We have
okay.
2 votes
Oh,
for...
is it in stream?
Yeah, so hang on, I'm keeping a running tally here.
Oh, so
Oh,
just say
you're just
your vote.
counting it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
not
I'm
doing a
counting
like.
it, yeah.
Okay,
So
I go
we have
with
1 vote for 4.
4.
All right, 2 votes for.
I vote 5.
All right, 1 vote 5. 2 to 1.
I vote 5.
All right, we're tied. 2-2.
I vote 4.
All right, we got 4. We got Gio, who votes 5. So we're
come
tied
on, guys.
3 to 3.
I don't wanna.
Shut up, Snake.
Ruin this.
4.5.
Snake, that doesn't count. Who has
So it's even right now, 3 and 3.
We're tied 3-3.
I guess I'm gonna say 4.
All right, we have another vote for 4.
Yay, team 4.
We have 4 votes for 4 and 3 votes for 5.
me get
Snake
one.
has
My
voted for
sister-
5, so we are tied.
vote on stream.
4
Oh,
votes.
my sister says she's gonna vote on stream, but she says 4.
Okay, we have 5 votes for 4, 4 votes for 5.
Yes.
Is there anyone who has not voted yet? Adam, you haven't voted, have you?
Yeah, I'm bad at making decisions.
It's all right. Your decision will only matter a little bit.
Or a lot of it.
Door 4.
Door 4.
Yes.
All right. Because we've chosen door 4, we have a 6-4 right now. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
You should put a timer
Valencia
on the
has
screen that
voted
just like.
for 4.
She's already voted. That's.
I mean,
her.
I'd rather not hold my pee any longer, so let's get this going.
All right.
Oh, we could take a break,
Yep.
couldn't we?
Before we make this final decision, we will take a brief pause, about a 5 or so minute break, and then we'll go into the next part of this thing where
Yeah,
some
I don't
people
know.
won't be around.
I don't know if I'm gonna come back though, because
Yeah.
I gotta go to bed and like.
Oh, right. So if you go
I
through.
also have to go to bed.
Okay. That's fine.
No.
So we could also do is we could hold on to this decision and return next week. That's the other
That's
option
not
too.
a bad idea.
Because we have been going for 2:45, and given the dialogue density of this game, what's coming up next is going to be another escape. So this is actually probably a good place to pause too.
Okay. I mean, if you want to write that down.
I have.
Okay.
We could also. Ooh, actually, I like that what Gio said. I'm gonna put a poll in Discord to record the votes for which door you want us to go through for next week. I'm going to pin it. All you'll have to do is react to the message with a 4 or a 5, and the winner of that poll will be the door we choose for next week.
Hey, crazy suggestion. But what if we take a break and for those that don't have to go to bed, we come back with PMD?
We could do that.
I can DM Giggles right now and see if she's done with her little datesy poo.
Oh, way to out giggles on stream.
Oh, I will 100% out giggle on stream. I want to fucking do PMD so bad.
Poker Man. Please only vote for one, Snake. Technically,
Oh my
you can
gosh.
vote. You can vote for both, but all I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know if I want to come. If we're gonna stop, I don't know if I'm gonna
Yeah.
want to come back for something else because we've been going for a while.
I'm also thinking I would love to do PMD, but I can't do that after all of this. I would rather stick to one per night.
Fine.
I do like the suggestion, and I appreciate the enthusiasm, though.
It's okay. You're all quitters in my mind.
Yeah.
Get wrecked, noob.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fucking casuals over here.
Wow.
Well, this is a good place to stop then. So again, thank you all again for showing up, having a good time, and participating and having fun, and reminding me of the ladder, because I forgot that the ladder text was there. We'll be back hopefully next Thursday with more of this, and it'll be good and fun, and I am super fucking excited because this is really cool and really fun. Yeah. So thanks again. Don't forget to join the Discord if you haven't already. I will get a bot working in the next couple of weeks, and if we aren't on for Mystery Dungeon this weekend, which it's 50-50 right now, we will be back Tuesday for Xenogears, and this on Thursday. And again, for what it's worth, VODs will be posted and linked in the Discord, so if you missed it or want to catch up on other series, you may as well. Anyway, that's going to be it for us. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. It's my birthday.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Adam.
Hey. Oh, I didn't even see. I didn't end it yet, but I want to see. I didn't even look if there's anyone we can raid. We have 12 people. We might as well raid someone. Ooh, my friend Shelby is streaming again. She's playing Genshin, so we're gonna stream Shelby.
Nice.
We're gonna stream Shelby. We're gonna raid Shelby. What do we think we should have?
That's a little aggressive.
What should we have the raid message be? Any preferences? Any Genshin related?
Just landed off the boat. No. You know,
What? Raid message?
because we're on a boat, because we were playing 999.
No, don't spam the clip, Snake. But if it's related to Genshin and 999, let's do it.
Wait. Oh, I was just gonna say, just say Paimon over and over again.
Oh yeah, just say.
Fell off the boat and woke up in Teviot.
Tevat.
Can you type that in the
oh my
chat?
God.
Yeah.
Kavat.
It's a little complicated.
Let's if you can type that out, Mina, that way people can copy and paste it.
Okay.
And then we'll raid Shelby, and that'll be that.
And when you combine raid and I was like, Raid Shadow Legends. You probably Raid Shadow Legends.
This stream is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends, the #1 mobile online
Raid
RPG.
Shadow Legends.
Right now, if you use the code 999 at checkout, you can get a bomb put in your stomach.
My favorite champion is Wanker Skrank.
My favorite champion is the Ninth Man.
This stream was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
It's
Five gum.
Skrank Trade Legends.
And 5 gum.
And 5 gum.
And 5
All right.
100% 5 gum.
Raid Shadow Legends.
All right, here we go. It's counting down. Here we go. We're raiding now. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Raid Shadow Legends today.
Wow, she's really cute.
Oh, I couldn't copy the fucking message.
Here.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah.
God, stop.
There, I just said Paimon.
Stop. I shouldn't have even mentioned it. Oh my
No,
god.
you're good. You're good. Oh man, I gotta end the stream as well.
Is that